east. If he went to the left, he was coming by me. I heard him hit, and then the gun went sliding out.
This is the moment an ordinary man with a cane becomes an unexpected hero, tripping an armed suspect with one swift move and ending a dangerous chase in seconds.
Boy, you almost got shot.
Across America, everyday citizens are stepping up when officers need help most. Like when this pizza delivery driver took down a fleeing car thief mid-delivery and still managed to bring his customer a smoking hot pizza. Or when this mother of three gave a cop a ride in her personal vehicle to chase down shoplifters trying to escape in traffic.
Get out! On the ground! On the ground!
I didn't do nothing.
These are the moments when regular people helped cops catch dangerous suspects. Our first case takes us to October 2nd, 2024, when officers from the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office in New Mexico spotted a familiar face they'd been looking for. The female suspect, later identified as Dolores Chavez, had a warrant out for her arrest. She'd failed to appear for a probation appointment after breaking into a home the previous year. When officers approached, Dolores had a decision to make: surrender peacefully or run. She chose poorly. Dolores decided she was going to outrun the cops on a bicycle. Yes, you heard that right. She actually thought she could pedal away from trained law enforcement officers. But what she didn't know was that a concerned bystander was about to make her regret every decision she'd made that day.
Oh. Get that chick, she was with him.
Trying to stop a female on a bike. Looks like black over white pants. Coming up to Acma. Gonna be going eastbound in a second.
Just as officers closed in on the pursuit, a concerned bystander and his wife, sitting in their white Honda Odyssey minivan, spotted the fleeing suspect. And in a moment of perfect timing and pure brilliance, he opened his car door just as the suspect rode past, and she crashed directly into it, ending the chase instantly. Dolores was pulled from her bicycle, arrested, and taken into custody right there on the street.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. I got this one. Grab the other one. Grab the other one. Grab the other one.
What did I do?
All right.
As other officers questioned the suspect, the lead officer approached the hero bystander and personally commended him for what he'd done. The bystander explained that he took action because he was tired of criminals like Dolores damaging the neighborhood he'd lived in for 16 years.
Do you have your ID on you, sir?
Yeah.
Sweet. That was pretty badass. That was pretty good. That was pretty badass.
I grew up in Los Angeles.
So you know.
The problem is that they're going to start learning, and we don't want them here.
Exactly.
We don't want them around because all they do is destroy.
That's right. That's why we're out here.
I appreciate you guys. I really do, man. And I know you guys are so.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
We appreciate it, John.
Yeah, I've been here about 13 years, and I've watched in that 13 years this area.
Oh, yeah. It's gotten real bad. What's a good phone number for you?
Yeah, I'm probably in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. We just have to notate in our report that you helped us apprehend him. So.
No problem. It's
I'm
not like I
sitting there
was...
going, she starts coming out, so I'm like, open your door, open your door, open your door.
That was awesome.
We were, as far as you guys know, we were just trying to get out of our car.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, that's what we'll say.
Well, the thing is this.
Help you
You're
guys
running
whenever we
away.
can.
Yeah.
This is stupid. You're running away from the cops on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay? You're lucky you haven't gotten shot yet for being an idiot.
That concerned citizen used his car door as the perfect weapon. But this next bystander used something far simpler, yet equally effective: a cane, a well-placed leg, and nerves of steel. And what he did coincidentally saved the suspect's life.
You're lucky you dropped that gun, man. Boy, you almost got shot. Let's lock those cuffs. I almost squeezed the trigger, man.
On April 3rd, 2018, in Columbus, Ohio, officers from the Columbus Police Department were responding to a disturbance call when they spotted something that immediately escalated the situation. A suspect, later identified as Deshaun Tremaine Briggs, was armed with a loaded weapon. The moment the suspect saw officers, he took off running. Officers pursued him on foot, yelling for him to drop his gun, but he kept running. But what he didn't know was that he was about to meet the ground in the most humiliating way possible, thanks to a concerned citizen who refused to let an armed criminal escape. A bystander with a cane, later identified by police simply as Bill, was standing outside the city library when he spotted the armed suspect running directly toward him. Bill peeked out multiple times, carefully observing the suspect's direction and speed. Then at the perfect moment, Bill stuck his leg out backward as the suspect reached his position. The suspect went flying, hitting the concrete hard, and that ended the chase in an instant. Officers immediately moved in and took him into custody before he could recover.
I figured, okay, this is a chase.
Gun! 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 Get on the ground! Get on the ground! On the ground! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! On the ground! You're lucky you dropped that gun, man. Boy, you almost got shot.
The 18-year-old suspect was arrested and booked into the Franklin County Jail. He was charged with possessing a weapon under disability. In a subsequent interview, Bill stated, "I just felt as a citizen of this town, I had a responsibility to act, to help." But here's the incredible part. Columbus police didn't just thank Bill for his heroic actions. They told him he actually saved the suspect's life. The situation had been escalating dangerously, and officers stated that the event could have ended very badly for the suspect because he had come dangerously close to being shot. One brave man with a cane prevented a tragedy that day. Bill used quick thinking and perfect timing to stop an armed suspect. But this next civilian hero didn't just trip someone, he full-on tackled a fleeing suspect to the ground while driving by in his truck. In July 2023, officers from the Tulsa Police Department stopped a suspect, later identified as Miguel Hernandez, for questioning alongside another female companion. Things seemed routine until Hernandez made two critical mistakes. First, he provided officers with a false name, and second, he decided to run.
Mind getting that for me? And then, David, if you want to have a seat right here for me, please. Right.
As both officers chased the suspect on foot, a heroic civilian driving by in a GMC pickup truck witnessed what was unfolding. Instead of just driving past like most people would, he pulled over to the side of the road, jumped out of his truck, and sprinted after the suspect. The civilian caught up to Hernandez and tackled him hard to the ground, allowing the officers to make the arrest and finally end the chase. And just like that, an ordinary driver became an extraordinary hero.
Union 403, pursuit. We're going northbound on Denver. Coming up to 11th Street. Hispanic male. Black t-shirt. Gray shorts.
Oh, fuck. Man, bro. Man, homie. Fuck. Oh. Bro, I didn't
Hey, get his name.
Oh, man.
3070, you say northbound Denver from 11.
Hey, can we...
Fuck, man.
That should be wrong.
Bro. I'm sorry, homie.
Union 403. He's in custody.
Hernandez was arrested and booked into the county jail on multiple charges, including resisting arrest, possession of drug paraphernalia, and felony warrants for burglary, conspiracy, larceny, and illegal firearm possession out of a nearby county. Turns out he had very good reasons for running and very bad judgment for thinking he'd get away. Now, that pickup truck driver left his vehicle to chase down a suspect on foot. But this next hero was already on foot making a pizza delivery when he became part of one of the most unique police assists you'll ever see. And yes, the pizza survived. On April 16, 2023, in Brookhaven, Pennsylvania, what looked like a routine day for pizza delivery driver Tyler Morrell turned into what he would later describe as the most heroic moment of his life. Officers from the Brookhaven Police Department were in pursuit of a black car that had been reported stolen from a nearby county. The vehicle crashed and the driver bailed out, taking off on foot.
Oh!
That's a high-speed chase. That's a high-speed chase. Oh my God, Jaeger! Oh my God, Jaeger! There's a high-speed chase on that.
Morrell had been watching the entire event unfold from the beginning, initially concerned about the safety of his own car parked across the street. But when he spotted the suspect running directly toward him, instinct took over. Without thinking twice, Morrell stuck out his leg and tripped the suspect, sending him tumbling to the ground. Officers immediately moved in, arrested the suspect, and took him into custody.
No!
Idiot, get on the ground! Idiot, get the on the ground!
No!
But here's the best part. Even after all that drama, Morrell still managed to complete his original mission. He delivered a still smoking hot pizza to his customer, completely untouched and unharmed. The customer gave the delivery a perfect 10 out of 10 rating, confirming the pizza arrived safely after the dramatic event. Now that's dedication to customer service. The suspect, who was also the driver, was a 17-year-old juvenile at the time. He was charged with fleeing and eluding, resisting arrest, theft, and several other traffic charges. The passenger in the vehicle was later identified as 19-year-old Gutierrez Tejada. He was charged with receiving stolen property, resisting arrest, corruption of a minor, and other charges. Tyler Morrell proved you can be a hero and still do your job. But this next civilian took heroism to another level. She didn't just watch an officer chase suspects on foot. She actually gave him a ride in her personal car to catch them. And it worked.
Put your hands up! Get out! On the ground! On the ground!
I didn't do nothing.
On November 1st, 2025, an officer from the Slidell Police Department responded to a call about a shoplifting in progress at a Dillard store in Fremont Town Center. When the officer approached the female suspect, who had already discarded the item she'd attempted to steal, she appeared extremely nervous and started denying the crime even before being questioned, which is always a dead giveaway of guilt. Then she made a run for it.
Come on, walk with me, all right?
I didn't take anything, sir. I mean...
Come on and walk. Foot pursuit from Dillard, Slidell. Foot pursuit for Dillard. White female, gray top, blue jeans, brown hair. Towards Old Navy, trying to get in the car. What? Silver Buick.
The suspect sprinted toward a waiting getaway car in the parking lot, and the officer gave chase on foot. But there was a problem. He wasn't near his patrol car, and going back to get it would give the suspects enough time to escape completely. That's when something incredible happened. A mother of 3 who had just finished shopping and was driving home witnessed the entire scene unfold. Without hesitation, she pulled over and offered to give the officer a ride to catch the suspects. He accepted immediately, jumped into her car, and together they followed the suspects while the officer relayed their location and updates to other officers via his police radio.
On Town Center, towards the circle. I'm in a vehicle with a civilian. I'm going to try to keep sight of him. Just go, just go. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You were running and I was trying to...
Going out towards Fremont?
10-4. You turned right onto Town Center towards the circle. Trying to see if I can keep sight of them somewhere. They're around the circle towards Town Center.
You see them?
Yeah. They're going around the circle.
All right.
They went around the circle already. They're up ahead in traffic.
I'm at Fremont in 10.
It's a white male driver, bearded. White female, brown hair, gray shirt, blue jeans, thin build.
I'm at Fremont and Town Center where I can see and turn off. Which way?
I'm going
Get in this middle lane. Trying to see if I can spot it in the traffic circle.
I'm right
It's right in front of a gray dot. It's in front of a black. It's in front of a black Dodge in the right lane, getting ready to turn towards the interstate. Behind a silver SUV in front of a black Dodge pickup. HBH 031.
We got it.
Okay, yep. Okay, there you go, sir. Thank you for your service.
Thanks to her quick thinking, they were able to box the suspects in during a brief traffic jam. The suspects were taken into custody right there on the street.
Get out of the vehicle! Shut it off! Shut the vehicle off!
Stop! Do not move! Put your hands up!
Get out!
On the ground! On the ground!
I didn't do nothing. Hey, my car's rolling, sir. I didn't do anything. Sir, what did I do?
All right, 2 in custody. Code 4, everybody back it down.
What did I do?
Roll over. You understand your rights? You know exactly why. Get up. We're not grabbing nothing. He has not been patted down yet.
Okay.
In the car.
R-E-A-U-A.
Clean board.
Your date of birth there.
I'm right here. I didn't take anything yet. I didn't take anything, sir. How do you expect me not taking anything?
The driver of the vehicle was later identified as 43-year-old Eric Boudreau. He was charged with resisting an officer by flight. The female suspect was identified as Kelsey Baird. She was charged with theft, resisting an officer by flight, and possession of a Schedule II narcotic methamphetamine. The heroic driver who gave the officer a lift left the scene quickly after the suspects were apprehended, humble and not looking for recognition. But police later tracked her down and identified her as Leslie Smith. She was presented with a citizenship award by the department, and they personally thanked her for her quick thinking and community spirit. Leslie proved that sometimes being a hero is as simple as offering someone a ride. Leslie Smith used her vehicle to help an officer catch suspects. But this next 76-year-old bystander didn't need a car, a cane, or anything else. Just his bare hands and the courage to tackle a fleeing jewelry thief inside a crowded supermarket. On September 1st, 2025, officers from the Port St. Lucie Police Department were tracking a masked suspect who had allegedly stolen jewelry from 2 stores in the area. When the suspect spotted police approaching, he discarded the empty jewelry box and fled on foot to a nearby Publix supermarket, hoping to lose officers in the crowded store. Officers followed him inside, and the pursuit continued through the aisles. As the suspect ran frantically around the store, trying desperately to escape the officers closing in on him, a 76-year-old man shopping for groceries spotted him approaching. And this elderly hero didn't hesitate for even a second. When the suspect got close, the 76-year-old man tackled him hard to the ground and helped police hold him down until they could get the handcuffs on and take him into custody.
Going toward the deli. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I got him.
Resisting.
He's bleeding. Are you bleeding, sir? Yeah, you're bleeding.
The bystander sustained a minor arm cut during the takedown, but was otherwise fine. The suspect, who turned out to be a 15-year-old juvenile, was arrested and taken to jail on charges related to retail theft and resisting arrest. The Port St. Lucie police chief personally thanked the bystander, who refused to be named, for his heroic actions in helping apprehend the jewelry thief. At 76 years old, this man proved that age is just a number when it comes to doing the right thing. That 76-year-old hero tackled a fleeing thief in a supermarket. But this next bystander intervened in something far more dangerous. a deadly struggle where a suspect was actively trying to grab an officer's gun. And if he hadn't stepped in when he did, that officer might not be alive today. On August 4th, 2023, Officer Richard Kennedy, an Amarillo motorcycle officer, initiated what should have been a routine traffic stop, but it turned out to be anything but routine. After running the driver's information, Officer Kennedy discovered the driver had an outstanding warrant and ordered him out of the vehicle to place him under arrest. But the suspect had other plans. When Officer Kennedy attempted to arrest him, the suspect began fighting violently and fled on foot. The officer caught up to him in an alleyway and a deadly struggle ensued. What happened next could have ended in tragedy.
Stay on the ground. Stay on the ground.
While the two struggled on the ground, the suspect reached for Officer Kennedy's gun and managed to grab hold of it. The officer was in serious danger. His life was on the line. That's when a bystander who had been observing the situation from a distance made a split-second decision. He sprinted over and intervened, helping the officer pin down the suspect until backup arrived.
Stay still! Stay still!
During the struggle, the suspect actually managed to fire one shot from the officer's gun. But miraculously, thanks to the bystander who jumped in to help, no one was seriously hurt.
Extra step, please! Let go! Let go!
The suspect was later identified as 36-year-old Lyle Laverne Youngs III. He was arrested and booked into the Randall County Detention Center on a staggering list of charges, including one count of attempted capital murder of a peace officer, attempting to take a weapon from a peace officer, possession of a controlled substance, resisting arrest, evading arrest, possession of drug paraphernalia, and expired registration. That brave bystander prevented a murder. But our final case showcases another hero who jumped into action when an officer was being attacked with a weapon. And his bravery inspired him to pursue a career in law enforcement himself.
Let it go.
On July 11th, 2025, along Peachtree Street in downtown Atlanta, an officer from the Atlanta Police Department responded to a call about a man who had reportedly pointed a gun at people in the area. When the officer approached the suspect, he immediately fled. The officer caught up to him and a violent struggle broke out. During the fight, the suspect allegedly struck the officer in the face with the weapon he was holding. The officer was in trouble.
Yo.
Luckily, a bystander named Marquez Burnett witnessed the officer's predicament. Without hesitation, Burnett dropped his phone and swung into action immediately. He was able to help hold down and disarm the suspect while the officer handcuffed him and took him into custody.
I got his hand. I got his hand. I got his hand. Let it go. 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 Let it go.
Unfortunately, Burnett broke a bone in his hand during the incident, but he was treated for his injuries and made a full recovery. The officer personally thanked him for his actions, and Burnett was commended by the Atlanta Police Department for his heroic intervention. But here's the inspiring part: the incident changed Burnett's life forever. Inspired by what he'd experienced, Burnett later put in an application to become an Atlanta police officer himself. The suspect was later identified as Harold Sullivan, and the weapon he was holding turned out to be a BB gun, but that didn't change the danger of the situation. Sullivan was arrested and charged with battery, aggravated battery, obstructing a police officer, pointing or aiming a pistol at another, disorderly conduct, and 2 counts of simple assault. Marquez Burnett didn't just help an officer that day, he discovered his calling. And that will be it for this episode. If these incredible stories inspired you, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another jaw-dropping moment of civilian heroism. Drop a comment below and tell us which bystander hero impressed you the most. And check out the video on screen to see more moments when hero civilians help stop criminals.